mówiliśmy sobie, że wolne słowo to jest ta nasza siła bezsilnych, że zacytuję Wacława Havla.
He said that they used to say to each other that their strength, the freedom of the speech is their strength. This is a quote of Václav Havel. The strength of the strengthless.
Im więcej pola dla wolnego słowa, tym mniej pola dla dyktatury i na odwrót. Im mniej pola dla wolnych mediów, tym większa moc i większe zagrożenie ze strony dyktatury.
The more place for free speech, the less place for the dictatorship. And the more strength for dictatorship, the less place for the open and free speech.
I think it is very important to see how many people are really seriously concerned that media freedom is under threat. So we had these results, of course, also last year, and it's not a surprise that in Hungary and in Poland in particular, people feel that the governments interfere into editorial independence in media outlets. But I think it's very important to see that an average of 71% of the populations in the 4 Visegrad countries are thinking that there is a problem with interference and that it should be also fixed. The second thing that I thought was really very important in the findings is that the EU is seen as a protective force that is being called on to protect journalistic independence on every level. It's quite interesting that this comes also at the time when the European Union is working on a European Media Freedom Act, which I think shows us that it comes at the right time. Certainly not for all governments and certainly not for all publishing houses who feel that they don't want to be regulated on European Union level. But I think the people on the ground that we heard their voices in this poll clearly think that if their governments are threatening independent media, then they would like either the associations of journalists but also the European Union to step in as a protector of their rights as consumers to have independent media. So these two, I think, are very important. But there are lots of other results that we could see, which we also have to read very carefully, because of course that young people don't think so much of independence of editorial offices from anyone, if it's government or from their owners, is a little bit of a concern if you think that even online media, where people don't have such a close connection anymore to an editorial office or understand, where the decisions are being made, I think it's very important that we need to see that transparency of media ownership is one of the issues that we have to look at the next level in the next years also, even when a lot of the traditional media and paper newspapers will disappear from the market and a lot of the content is being published online. Because of course in the end there's an editorial office who decides, and it's very important to know if it's a government or an owner, a private owner, who sort of tries to shape news according to their political opinions.